Hello there, survivors, and welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended. Today, I'm back on probably my new favorite map, Astraeus, and we're gonna be doing some more building, but we're gonna leave the Greek theme behind for a little bit, and we're actually gonna be working on a new ocean-based design, because even though I've got a few already, there seems to be always an interest for a cool ocean base. So today we'll be designing and coming up with some kind of new ocean base. I already have some idea in my mind what I want to try and make, and we'll see if we can make something that looks a little bit nice. I've got no clue if we'll be able to finish it all in one stream. Probably not, because these tend to be a little bit bigger, because we want to at least be able to fit a few mosas or something like that inside so that we can breed them as well, because that's kind of going to be the goal for this base. So an ocean base where you could live, but also where you could definitely breed your ocean tames, because I mean you need a nice safe space for that, right? So that is what we'll be trying, and hopefully we can come up with something that looks good as well. Hello there, everyone. Hello there, Wayne, Farmboy, Crimson. Welcome in, all. Welcome in. Hello there, Grape. This is where the fun begins. This is literally where the stream begins. And hopefully, that's going to be fun, right? So yeah, I'm here on Astraeus. I've decided to start building my ocean base right here somewhere. So it's in one of the starter regions, but the reason that I want to build it here is it's because it's on the right side of the island, so that in the future, when the rest of the map opens up and the rest of the ocean becomes available, we'll still be on the right side and we don't have to go too far to get there either. So yeah, that is what we're planning on. And then this isn't too deep, so I think we can make something nice work here. Hello there. Thank you for subscribing. Hello, hello. Hello there, Dorina. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, so yeah, that's the plan, and we're gonna be building something modern, something futuristic. So probably a bunch of tech, metal, stuff like that. So let's actually start grabbing some materials. I think underwater we're probably sticking with some metal. We might actually use some behemoth gates. Maybe some normal gates, and definitely a pillar, you know, a pillar or two. It's probably what we need. And then I'm probably also going to be using a fair amount of tech, because why not? I don't know if we're going to use the big ones though. We'll see. How much do I have? What? Let's see. We have all these pieces. We need these. There we go. Hello there, Michaela. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, we'll figure it out. Once we need more pieces, we'll pick them up. But I feel like these at least feel like they make a lot of sense to me. There we go. And then probably these. Maybe some walls. Will I need metal walls? Maybe. Perhaps. It is all possible. All right, so yeah, well, we're gonna have to get started with some kind of foundation. So basically what the plan is kind of a round-ish base design, I think. And then the underwater part, I'm hoping to get some behemoth gates in on a few sides, at least 4, so that we have some different access points. And then above the water is where we're gonna do some fun stuff as well, but that's kind of a separate part almost, it feels like. So for now, what I really just have to determine is where to start building all this. Because this does feel kind of flat. There's a little bit of a hill going on there. But I also don't want to go too close to that yet. Do I want to go more in here? Is this flatter or not? I think this might be good. Okay, I guess we're just gonna get started and we'll see if it's all gonna work out for us. And I think usually I would start with like the outer layer, but I feel like if we want to keep it circular, it could be nice to just start with a proper circle and just start building that out slowly but surely and see what we get that way, you know. So I think we're just gonna start like this, nice and easy, not too much think work, just see how far we're gonna take this. There we go. So yeah, the first part is going to be relatively easy and boring. It's just going to pretty much making a circle until we reach like a decent size that we think, yes, this is what we need. There we go. And it's at least going to have to fit behemoth gates on the outside for sure, because otherwise, yeah, you're not going to be able to do your bigger tames in here. And the Mosa is kind of the goal, I think. At least that needs to fit. Shasta is, well, it's probably going to fit inside, but of course you can't get it through a gate anyway. So, yeah, not really going to be too bothered with that. You can still breed it probably inside, I would assume. You could in my last ocean base, but yeah, they don't fit through gates, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. There we go. So we're just gonna keep going around like this for a little bit, because we're gonna need quite a big circle for this to work. But you know, that's fine. It's totally fine, right? There we go. So now on the outside we have 4 triangles. Jeez. Yeah, this is gonna take us a little bit. But at least so far we're good landscape wise. Like there's nothing really that we're running into, which is nice. There we go. Switching back to these. So yeah, we're up to 4 of these foundations on the outside now. That is definitely not big enough for a behemoth gate yet. Yeah, I'm probably going to use some glass walls because, I mean, I personally like that a little bit more. Also need to not forget to add these to the outside. Yeah, I always love when you are able to see outside a little bit. And of course now I cleared the fog, so the ocean is very visible. But even the normal ocean view on Astraeus feels like it's definitely better than like the island. So it's going to be nice to be able to see around us a little bit, right? Alright, so we're just going to fill in some of these locations again. I keep forgetting these other bits that I definitely should not forget, because then I have to go around twice, and that would be a shame. There we go. Yeah, we're getting slowly but surely, we're getting to a decent size. Whoa, there's a Rex under the sea. Hello there, Vanku. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for becoming a survivor. It really depends with what kind of mindset I go into build. Sometimes I go in fully blind and I just start building and I have no clue whatsoever. That works sometimes I do like to have a little bit of an idea, like maybe some art from my favorite movie or series or something I've just been watching. Or I just go around and Google stuff, you know, for the Greek things. I Googled a bunch and I looked at a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey stuff. For this one, I knew that I wanted to do an ocean base because that kept getting up as requests. And then I started thinking, okay, I've done a few. I would like to do something a little bit different again, of course. Because, you know, it's not fun if I have to just build like variations of my own build every time. So for this time, I started Googling a little bit, like ocean cities and, you know, futuristic ocean, blah, blah, blah. And then I saw some of those floating round things in the ocean. So basically a floating city. And I was like, that could be fun. And then, of course, translating that kind of thought or concept art to ARK, it's like, okay, obviously, I'm going to need foundation support, so I need to have something under the water. And also, if I'm building an ocean base, you probably want to have the space to breed your ocean tames. So you make sure that you have like a layer underwater that you can use for the breeding. And that's kind of how this idea. So that's as much as I know right now. I know I want to circle a build with the breeding pen underwater. And then above the water, we're probably going to make this platform into something, well, not a proper city, but it's going to be like a livable platform on the top, trying to get a lot of greenery in, I think, this time. Yeah, and a round shape, because I've done a lot of A-frames in my time in ARK, so I kind of want to probably stay away from an A-frame for this one. I've been trying to see how long I can go before I'm tempted to build another A-frame, basically. Hello there, Raven. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you here. I did skip all these, right? Yes, of course I did. I'm such an idiot. Can't focus on two things at a time. Yeah, I don't like the look of chambers, and I think I might lose the height that I need if I use the chambers actually here. And I need a round shape anyway for this build, so then the chambers wouldn't really help me too much. But yeah, that would be good if I wanted to make a floating one. But this ocean isn't too deep, so it's actually quite nice for building a base like this. All right. Oh, jeez. Come on. Get the right snap points. So that is 5. This is 6. So we have 6 foundations now on the outside. So we're getting close, because technically I think we could now fit a behemoth gate on there, but it would stick out a little bit over these sides, I think, because technically they snap to a 6 foundation, but they kind of stick out until they're 8 wide. So yeah, that's probably gonna need to be a little bit of a bigger circle even. There we are. We're a little bit in the rocks now. Yeah, this map performs quite well. Hello there, Rodney. Welcome in, welcome in. Have YouTube added more ads? I don't know. I haven't changed anything on my settings, at least, so... Yeah, for a floating base, they're quite good. Although the inside textures, I think, changed because you used to be able to get like the invisible walls even for bigger structures, but now it seems like there's always a little bit still visible, like the lines stay visible, or at least that was for a while. I don't know if they fixed it again, because when I did my underwater base with the chambers, they looked quite nice, but then I only kept getting comments about the lines were visible, and then I checked and they were in fact visible, so not the best. All right, I think we're getting to a good size now. If we add this last layer around, we might be getting there, but we'll see. Okay, I need to get rid of this rock. All right, there we go. One, two, three. So this is now 6. But we probably want that a little bit more. Oh god. Trying to go too fast. Ending up having to spend longer. There we go. Yeah, I think we're getting to the right kind of ship, because I'm trying not to go too massive, because I know whenever I do a build like this and I go a little bit on the bigger side, then people on officials start trying to build this and they're like, nope, it's not possible. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. It's always a miracle. Okay, how much is this? This is 4. So this is 7. Oof. And that's 6. So we might have to go a little bit bigger still. God dang it. Yeah, I don't think I want to go to too big a build, but we'll see. We'll see. We're just trying to build something nice and can't always keep the limit in my mind. All right, so yeah, this is not gonna snap. This would fit, but then the behemoth gate is still gonna be bigger. So yeah, we definitely need to still go out a little bit more to be able to fit what we want it to fit. But I think if we go out with these, yeah, this could now fit a behemoth gate nicely. Like it could. There we go. And I mean, I suppose if you're gonna build this unofficial, once we're done, we could probably save on some of the foundations. As soon as I know the size, you can of course just build the outer layer and some beams going into the center instead of the whole thing. It's always possible. There we go. Hello there, David. Thank you for the kind words. Well, there we go. We're gonna go out like this. I think once we fill in these last bits, I think we might be getting to the right size for our build. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, this one needs to go out still. I also might use some of the quantum structures skins on this. It's one of the premium mods, or premium cosmetics, I should say. But it looks quite nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, that is the size I want, I think. So we're almost there. Okay. So yeah, this should be getting us the right size so that we can easily snap the behemoth gates in place, which means that we can get our bigger ocean tames inside, which is the goal. Yeah, it looks really, really good. I have it. I've bought it, but I haven't really used it yet because on Aberration, it just... the light just blew up in my face, basically. So I wasn't really that keen on using it. But now here, back in the normal world, I think for modern builds, it could be quite a nice one. The thing I like most about it is that it also has skins for all of your crafting stations and stuff. You know, you can go for the full look, not just structures, which I feel like that's one thing I don't like about the Frontier and the Steampunk skins from Bob Tall Tales, is that they don't include skins for your crafting stations, because then you can make your whole base on the theme except for like the main crafting bits, and especially for the steampunk one, because they made new stations that look steampunky but then didn't add in the skin to make the rest match, which would be such an easy fix, you would say. Like, it's not far-fetched. It feels like one of the first things, and just being able to change chairs isn't really the extent that I want, you know. But yeah, I'm a greedy builder. I just want all the skins, of course. All right, I think... Oh, I can't go too high. I think this is about the size that we want for our build. And now, once I take out my behemoth gate, this should fit perfectly on this side. I'm not quite sure what it would look like here. Oh, I guess what we could do is actually go around like this and have them on all sides. That would, I guess, save a lot of structures if I do this. Let's see what that looks like. There we go. And there we go. So yeah, I guess the big advantage of going all the way around is that we do have some strong beams going up. Whether we do or do not skin them doesn't really matter. But yeah, this is quite nice. We do still have a little ways to go to the top. I thought we might have been closer, but I guess that means we can just better support whatever we build up on top. And I don't think I'm gonna make all of these gates, because that would go a little bit too far, I think. But we need... Okay, so if I make this a gate, I probably want to make this a gate as well, right? And then I guess it would make sense. Maybe just everywhere we have the normal foundations. So every other one, I suppose, would be a gate, because that's the most logical way to kind of divide this. And then I think I do want to have walls in the other one, just because I don't need all of them to be gates. I don't think that would look very nice. And I don't know if we're going to keep it like this or maybe go to the tech ones. We'll see. I guess we probably want to have glass walls like this, filling them in, but I also think that I kind of need a pillar like this, but it's kind of hard to see. Maybe for now I guess that's what we would want. Probably extend that just a little bit so we can actually do that again. Okay, we have the pillar like this, and then we can add this back in. Yeah, because how much higher do we need to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before we're really out of the water. And I probably would want to go at least this high before building anything up here. Okay. I feel like what I need to do is at least add these pillars in. So I'm going to delete these gates in between for now. So we can make the guidelines of pillars going all the way up. I guess I did not delete that one yet. There we go. Yeah, so it's slightly bigger or taller. It needs to be than I assumed, but I guess that would also be just very dependent on where you end up building. I'm quite happy that we were just able to build the whole foundation though without any weird things going on. So yeah, let's make all these little sticks coming out of the water for whatever we're going to build up there. I think we're going to first focus on the pen itself down here though, but it's nice to have these in place because that's basically what the whatever we build outside the water is going to be based on. Is all going to be these pillars coming up from here. There we go. So we'll take it all the way up. This looks good. Just getting the basic structure going before we can start looking at what we want to change and make it look good and stuff like that. This is basically just the foundation still. But yeah, this definitely should give you a decent sized ocean pen with some good space for breeding, especially now with the height as well. There's definitely a fair amount of room in here for the breeding, and I've just been breeding some megalodons to make my shark brothers, and that would have been a lot easier in a pen like this, a lot safer. Kind of just did it on the beach. There we go. Okay, so I guess that means we're all the way around, and that does also mean that we could add in these bits again. I guess for now, let's just focus on like a quarter of the build, and then if we like what we done, we can then fill it in for the other sides, I suppose. I feel like that whatever is going to be up here is just going to have to be a full wall. So the tech wall, but maybe we use the large walls to save a little bit on having to place too much. I can't snap to this. What the heck? Can I only snap to foundations? That's annoying. Wait, and if I do this, can I then snap to that? Oh yeah? And then if I delete this. Oh, it can't be attached to normal. Okay, that's interesting. So I guess we do this. Maybe that works. There we go. That does make it a lot easier. I don't know if I just want this or I actually want to add any details to it. I don't know. Also, does this actually reach the right height? It does. That is quite convenient. That we can just snap them in. There we go. So yeah, it would really quickly fill in these walls, I suppose. And then I think what would happen is, depending on what we build above, we would probably have something like this. Like we would probably have some kind of supporting beam. Maybe even like this, I don't know. Well, it doesn't really matter. Like, let's say we have it like this. We would something having it come out like so, and then probably like this to support kind of a platform that would stick out here, for example, you know? And that kind of already details this wall if we would have that, I think. So for now, I'm gonna actually keep this just as a normal flat wall. I think that works for all purposes. A very nice glass variant. Oh, maybe I should check these cosmetics out before I go too crazy. Let's see. Oh yeah. Quantum. Decorative. Furniture. Fence. Okay. I don't know what all these mean. Sci-fi. Quantum doors. Works on tech. Glass. Let's see. I don't think... Oh, it does work on these. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the door handles. I thought this was good, but no, a door handle on a door this size. These, I don't know if I like this. Do these have variants? No, guess not. Yeah, I don't know if I like these. For this at least. Let's see though what they look like as like windows. Oh yeah, they've got like a little bit more structure in them than like the full windows, I suppose. Yeah, the door handle on a gate this size looks a little bit ridiculous, but I mean. Ooh, these pillars though. These pillars are quite nice, aren't they? Yeah, I actually do think I like these pillars. I mean, I might have to play around with these skins to get them to know them a little bit more because there's so many options. But these black pillars, they look quite good. Oh, there we go. This is the Quantum skin pack, which is a premium custom cosmetic, but they do look quite cool indeed. Oh wait, these are rotated now? Oh god. Can I still... Oh god. Oh god. What did I do? No. It doesn't align. Okay. Yeah, why do these skins look weird? Why are they rotated the other way around? Because I'm gonna have to do that for all of them. I guess we could do this, but that feels like a lot of effort, so I probably just want to realign those pillars then. I don't know why they don't turn out like this. Well, they work over here. Did I snap the pillars differently? They work here. They work over here. Oh my god, is it just the one there? Well, actually, that would be good, to be honest. Oh no, this one is also not. This is strange. So I guess... There we go. Now this is the right way. I don't know. I guess it's the way you snap it onto something. It actually does get an orientation for these skins. Well, there we go. That's good. So yeah, it's only this one is not right. So we need to snap it like this because then... Yeah, they should line up. Okay. Good. We'll do it like that because then we can actually use those skins without looking different everywhere. Okay, okay. Well, that's going to be quite nice. The darker lines. I quite like the idea of that. I think for these, honestly, I'm just going to go for the borderless glass walls. in between here. It's gonna be a lot of walls, but yeah, I do like the idea of having a more of a window in these. And then it's probably gonna just go up to the height of the behemoth gate, and then above it, I think I probably do want to still fill it in just for support. I don't know though. Are we gonna have supports everywhere? I guess that is the big question, right? But it also really depends on whatever we're gonna do above, I suppose. I don't know. Feels like it would make sense. All right, let's for now do this as well, because then we have 2 normal doors and then whatever is in between it, so we have a little bit of a better look at what this whole thing is gonna look like in the end. There we go. Perfect, like this. So we just fill the whole thing in like this. That looks quite nice. And then I suppose we can update these pillar skins to get the right idea as well. But I do like the look of these. I mean, to be fair, there might be even nicer skins in there, but I do like the idea of having a little bit of these darker beams and pipes, pillars going through, because yeah, that feels quite suiting. There we go. That looks quite cool. Yeah, so I guess the most likely thing is that we're actually going to have some kind of normal wall above. Okay, I want to make sure that I snap pillar to pillar, because just in case we're going to use those skins, we want to make sure got the right orientation. There we go. So these should now all look the same way. There we go. That is quite good. Here's a little bit of a frame to this. I mean, I guess we could try see if we can get a different look for this door. What would work? This could maybe work. I feel like that's just the exact same one. Oh, it is this inside looks quite nice, to be honest. But I think I would like to have it rotated. Oh god. Maybe not. Maybe not rotate these. So I guess these are all the same, and this, yeah, this is also gonna be the same. That's so weird. Maybe there's like, is there still, no, I couldn't switch through variants, so I guess there's no variants. Okay, well then for now we're just gonna keep the regular doors. Maybe there's some other custom cosmetics that we could use. Although I guess there was the one more, the laser-like set that could be used. And we have also have the fence set, so Yeah, I guess. Oh, geez. This just sticks out. What the heck? Why does this stick out so much? That's weird. Why? That's strange, right? I don't know why it's so big. Well, I guess for now, let's not focus too much on that then. I'll play around with some of these skins. I feel like getting a structure in right now probably slightly more important than picking the right skin. We can always do that at the end of the build. So for now, I think I'm also just gonna fill in this part of the wall. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that would be useful. I guess in a straight wall, you wouldn't really see it, but when you open it, it would still be super weird. So I don't know. Might be glitched or something. I don't know. Yeah, so this is not gonna get a whole lot of shape until we start adding in like supports to whatever is gonna be above, right? Because now definitely does not necessarily look the best yet. So we do wanna okay, I think we're just gonna build this side of the building, because then we can kind of imagine what it looks like and figure out if we like the design or we need some more to spice it up, etc. But yeah, I do think that I just want to have these glass walls in here so that you can just still enjoy the view around or see the dangers before you leave. I guess I do want to change the pillars. I mean, so many skins, sometimes it's hard to keep track of what is what. I think we had this skin. Don't know if it matters, but this is the one that looked good on the pillars. Okay, let's see this one. That works. I'm underwater and boiling. Okay, yeah, so we can have this one going all the way through. Yeah, so we get kind of like a nice little curve. And then we can probably fill in this wall. There we go. And I guess we also put them on here, right? Because we want to have sort of like a half of the structure so that we can kind of judge what we're working on and if it looks the way we want it to look. So we'll fill in a few more of these. There we go. Come on. Fill these in. Okay, so I mean, it's not completely half of it, but it's enough that we could repeat the process over and over again to make it all look good, right? And we got plenty of entrances to this build. Now we need to make it look a little bit nicer. And I guess the easiest way would be to kind of figure out what is going on with the platform on the inside or above. So I guess this would be in place. For the actual base up here, you know. Oh, it's going to be quite a big base, to be honest. Look at how big this is. Oh boy. Might be another one that's not gonna work as well on official. Or we need to leave some space open. We could do that. Because we probably don't need to fill it all in. So yeah, we definitely need that. And we definitely need this. Okay, so we have this part. Well, I've not made a big base yet, but it's definitely looking like it. But to be honest, if you want a water pen, you kind of have to have like a decent size like this, right? There we go. So what would make more sense is what I'm thinking. Because I think we want to have some bits that stick out, but definitely not on every side. So, yeah. We have like 12. Is that right? 12 in total? So yeah, it's going to be every other one, we're going to probably have to do the same or not make it symmetrical. But the choice is if we want to have like, let's say we stick something out here. There we go. You know, we make like platforms sticking out on all those sides. We could do that. We probably would have to make more supports underneath in the ocean then as well, which is not great, but kind of the only way this works. But before extending the base, we probably really should focus on whatever is going to be on top here before we go too crazy with extending this even more, right? So I think what I'm gonna do, I thought I was gonna do the bottom first, but it turns out I feel like we need to do whatever is gonna go on top here to kind of figure out the whole look of this place. So for the next layer, I think what we would at least have is like a walkway of, I guess we can't even do that because the walkway is going to be like this, right? There's going to be a layer of this because we got to keep the circle shape. So that's going to be one layer. Then we have a layer like this. And then we go back to these. So that would be in by 4 walkway before we start any design. So I guess that's what we would do here. Right? I don't know, but it feels like it makes sense. Does it? I don't know. Suppose it does, yeah. It does make sense. So that's kind of what would happen. Okay, I guess we just fill in these 4 layers so that we can start thinking about what the inside of the build is gonna look like. There we go. Yeah, I guess we don't go further on this side, but we do go further here on this side. There we go, that should work. Filling in this. And we'll see what crazy construction we come up with. But I do feel like we do need to know what is going to be up here, basically. So what I think would make sense to also save a little bit on structures is that, for example, if I would make the walkway down, can I still stand on all of the stairs if I make a walkway here? No, that's already too low, but I guess the other one would be too high. How far would that go? Would actually cross. Yeah, I guess I kind of need to know if I would be able to cross. It probably wouldn't line up because of the quarter. The triangle, right? I don't know if that works that way. Because it would be so nice if we could make some paths crossing. I guess there's an easy test. If I go out with these. And I do the same over here. I guess I don't need to go too wide, actually. I just need 1. Yeah, see? This is always gonna overlap unless... I mean... No, see, that's not... It's not lining up. Yeah, that's the weird thing about it, using these triangles. It does mean that... Yeah, you can't just connect the shape in another way without having to overlap. So... I guess having walkways going across doesn't make a lot of sense. I do feel like I probably want some ways into the water. But perhaps what I do is this. Actually need some tech for this, I think, to match the aesthetic. Ah, yeah, the only downside would be that I kind of go outside of the normal shape to make this work. You know, because this would kind of fit into the water. This even would be the right height for this, but that's just a coincidence, of course. So do we really need that, or do we just need some spots to get out of the water into the base? I guess that's really all you do need. There we go. I guess this would actually be what the next layer would look like. Guess that could work. And you probably actually want to expand them a little bit further so it's easier to get out on. Those look a little bit weird still. Yeah, that's the issue, right? They don't line up with anything we've made. Okay. I do kind of like the shape though. I guess they don't have to line up. Okay, what does it look like if we start one here as well? So I guess what we had was this. And then we have this. Wait, why do I have a normal one there? Oh, this already overlaps. That's crazy. So I guess what I could do, that also overlaps. So yeah, I can't continue. But okay, so I'm swimming here. It's not the most convenient. So I guess this does not work. And it would have to be smaller, maybe? Of course, Sarge, of course. Yeah, because now you could swim onto them and then walk out. But I don't like the look how they're just hovering. Maybe we just have to use ladders. Maybe we just have to do ladders. I don't know. Not fully convinced about this yet. Something like, I don't know. Just trying things out. You know, this could be the way we start the next layer. It's not too bad, actually. Some nice strong supports around these gateways. And then I suppose... yeah, that's the downside, right? That these would line up. I guess we could use the thinner one. That could work. Don't know how much you're gonna see of this anyway. Like, for example, if we have a wall. No, you would still see it. You would still see it. So yeah, we would fill that up. But I don't know what this layer is gonna consist of yet. I do like the idea of this though so far, because then yeah, this layer is just to walk around on basically, or land on, and then the entrance into the water is on this level, and then the level above is going to be the above water building, I suppose. All we really need is a good way to actually enter into the water. Hello there, Ellie. Welcome in, welcome in. I mean, it might end up just being this, to be honest. Okay. If we do this... I think this could work. I think this probably what I would like the look of the most. Yeah. Oh, this actually is not bad, to be honest. We definitely need supports on the inside, of course. So yeah, for now we're just gonna fill in these walls. We might add more details to them, of course. There we go. So we have these. And then we fill in those walls. Yeah, I think if we fill in this like so, that makes sense. So we kind of just need to get a shape going, and then we can start adding in more details as we go along. That's really what we need. There we go. That looks quite nice. And then probably what I would do is I would turn these into windows. There we go. But I actually think that if I do them like this, so they stick out a bit more, that's actually going to be way better for these. Because I need the depth everywhere I can get it. So yeah, if we snap them like this, they stick out just that extra little bit. And that just really adds a little bit more depth to the place. So yeah, then these are all windows on this side. And on the other side, they are in fact walkways. And I suppose what we could even do is have the walkways still connect also on the inside. For some reason, if you've made it in here by accident, we still have a little walkway to go around. Why not? There we go. I think I like the idea of that. And then I want this so we can have some railings. Yeah, so this is basically the internal walkway of the water pen. I do think that would be quite nice like this. There we go. I do like that. That is already starting to look quite nice, right? This is a good entrance into the build. Now the real question is, of course, is there any way? In what way would we connect this support? Guess there wouldn't really be a way. Because there's no way this would line up. Oh, that would just stick out. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. I think more importantly for now would be how to make these pieces look supported. So I think probably we would do this. Oh, that's already going too far. So we need to start a little bit higher. Yeah, because if we start like this. There we go. That does look like this is supported. So that's probably what we want. And I think we probably want that here as well. Yeah, because then the stairs also look less awkward, actually. Okay, so we want to have these. There we go. So yeah, this is... We're all over the place, but we're figuring things out. And that's just sometimes how it goes. When you move on to the next section, you get more ideas to fix whatever you couldn't fix before. And I think this definitely works. Because now we have proper looking supports. And then of course what we'll do is we'll fill in these sides as well. So how big would these need to be? Probably somewhat big. Because there's still going to be big structure on them. So I feel like having it like this would make a lot of sense. There we go. And then we'll do this. This is all sorts of wrong. There we go. Yeah, because that looks like it's properly holding up all these builds. And then these entrances look quite nice. I kind of like these metal beams of the metal gateways. I think we're going to keep that. And we're going to go more futuristic the higher we go. I think that's going to be the vibe that we're going for. I am also what I want to try is what if the wall would be made out of metal? Well, that kind of just blends in more, so I do think I kind of like this look. Unless, of course, we're going to go for a skin, then the whole look might change anyway. Ether, do you want white and cyan Glock or black and cyan? I have a black and cyan Glock from Sergeant Mog. They sell them. And they have amazing stats. So that's I have that one. I just need to be able to transfer it. There we go. Yeah, I like the idea of that. That's going to be a good entrance to the next layer. And then this is going to stick out by just one, I think. Yeah, that's fine. And then do we just do this? It's not great. Does that look nicer or not? Don't know if it does. I think that's the kind of look I was going for. But I guess what I would really like is if I had it like this. But I think, yeah, that's gonna disappear if we take that away. Because that would be nice if we kind of align it differently. But how would we do that? Suppose... I mean, there's not really a good way to do this. Because you would want to fill it in like this. But I definitely don't want to keep that. But that's what we need. I guess the easy way would be to do this. And just do it like so. Right? Yeah. I thought I placed one more, but I guess not. There we go. Yeah, I think we definitely need the overlap of one for this layer. You know, because otherwise it's just kind of boring. Need to break up those flat walls. And I guess on the layer above this here, this is where the actual main base would start. And we would leave the ocean breeding pen. But yeah, this is already starting to come together quite nicely. Yeah, we definitely want to have a few more details in here, but I think we can definitely come up with that. What if you were to make an ocean floor level room with vacuum chambers? I don't think you can snap them onto the existing things, right? Like, they don't snap. They need to snap to the ground. Can I snap them to a pillar? I don't really work this often with these. I guess that we could do. So yeah, we can do it to pillars. I can't have the middle of the vacuum thing be aligned with the middle of the pillar, it seems. So I guess this would then be the middle of a room. I guess we could do that. It could be fun to have like a little room in the middle. Just if you need to take a quick break whilst breeding, you can quickly go in here. I guess we could do that. Okay, for now I'll leave it here just as a reminder if we want to do that. But that could be quite nice, yeah. I guess it would be convenient not having to swim up out of the thing all the time. And you just have your little room down there for maybe, I don't know, your cryos specifically for your ocean tames, the gene, I don't know about the trade things, but probably you would want that close to your dinos, I would assume. I think. So that could be nice. All right. So this would be This would be our entrance into this layer. I kind of like what we've got so far, especially if you imagine this all the way around. And then this next layer is going to turn into our like futuristic home with a lot of greenery is kind of what we want. Which I guess is going to be slightly more difficult with official things, but a little bit easier with other things. What is the next step, however? I guess we want to make this little middle part here as well. For the support. And then for these doors, do I just want to use... On this layer, I probably just want to still use metal and no tech. Because I think, yeah, the real tech stuff we want to have a little bit higher up. This is still going to be more industrial, I feel like. I am going to open them because I just think that makes it look like there's more layers to it because the doors stick out. Yeah. And this is what I would look for me anyway. I would probably leave the doors open. Don't have to worry about people coming in here. Yeah, I think I like that. We definitely need to either paint or skin some of these walls to get some different textures going on. But I think I'm going to leave that for later in the build, just to do the design first. I don't know if I want to fill in the whole layer here or not. Probably not. I don't know. We probably want to make like another little floor going up this way. Okay, well, probably what that's going to look like from the inside, I think. There's going to be some supports like this. Right. Is there? Yeah, probably there is. And then we just want to basically kind of just to reinforce the next layer from the inside, because I don't want to have it look like very flat on the inside, basically. There we go. Okay, so yeah, this would be normal ceilings and we just fill in at least these. I guess we kind of need to figure out how wide we need this layer of room to be like this, because this is actually going to be proper rooms. And I think it's going to be like a circular room. I don't think we're going to fill it in all the way through. One, because that would mean a lot of structures, but also we're rarely going to need that much space. I think keeping it a circle throughout a lot of the build is actually going to be a really nice design choice. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. Probably want to have at least 8, maybe. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I feel like that makes sense. There we go. So we just do the same thing over here. And we can kind of start filling out these layers basically. And making this a next layer of the base. There we go. Oh. Don't misplace them. I guess we also just want to fill in this so that we can have this whole, well, the half that we're working on completely filled in so we can visualize the size of the build a little bit better. So that would be like that. There we go, like this. Like so. And like that. Then we fill in these. So yeah, because I mean, yeah, if this is going to go all the way around, it's already a pretty big build. Especially if we have some layers and everything to it. There we go. So yeah, this is going to be like the half. This is going to be like the donut that we're going to be making. Okay. So let's see, because this is going to be a little bit more techy. So I think for these, we're going to use that. And then... actually... no, I think we do want to keep those. Although, do we want to have them stick out a little bit more? Probably, actually, yeah. And then in between here, it's probably just going to be windows, because we definitely want to enjoy the view into the ocean pen. I think that's just a thing that we want to keep having. You can still look inside, because that's going to be quite cool, right? So from your base, you can still see inside of your ocean pen as well. Okay, well, let's skip this rain. There we go. And I suppose we would want some pillars on the side of these walls. There we go, like this. Okay, and then we can remove that glass. We just need the glass above the door, because yeah, I do think we just want to go for a full glass wall, at least on the inside part of this. There we go, that's quite nice. For the outside here, first off, let's complete these supports that we've got going on. There we go. I think that's probably enough support, because this is going to be difficult to do. Unless, of course, we do something like this, but that's clipping through. Yeah, I mean, you could do this for sure. If you do, I don't know if that would be allowed on official, but we could do it. It does add a little bit more to this shape, I suppose. There we go. We already filled that in. Do we want these sides? Oh, I do think we want to have these sides, to be honest. Just a little bit more texture on these. There we go. Okay. And then here on the outside, I think what we want to do is, well, probably we want to also get some shapes into the building, but I kind of think that I want to have the walls like here instead of all the way to the edge, so we still have a balcony again on the outside. And then we still have a pretty wide room plan. Nope, that's not the one we need. There we go. So yeah, we have the 2 double doors, well, gates on those sides. I think that is what we want. So yeah, we do have the pillars in the corners, the tiny, thin tech pillars. There we go. This is also probably where we're going to start using some tech gates. So in here, we're going to have the tech gates because we do want to make sure that is all closed. Like so. And then these are probably just going to be glass walls. Kind of think that we're going to have something different up there to add to the shape. So for now, I'm just filling in the glass walls to the same level as these gates. So like this. There we go. Because I think if we do a wall like this, we can then bring back a bit more shape to the whole thing, which is going to be quite nice. There we go. And this we can connect also to both sides. Yeah, because now what we could do is we could have this come out like so to basically create a little bit more shape. Yeah. If I had to do this in survival, this would be a nightmare. But yeah, in creative, you don't need any resources. There we go. But that's also why I always say you could easily build most of these futuristic tech bases I do just out of metal or other structures. Especially with custom cosmetics, there's so many skins to get a similar look. You don't really need to use the expensive materials. There we go. That looks quite nice because it adds a little bit more shape on the outside here as well. And then I think what I'm going to do, yeah, we're gonna have like a little, do I want to make it like this? Because yeah, otherwise it's gonna give me a lot of structures though. But I do think that's probably what we need to do, because if I do a full wall, that might be too big. Yeah, I guess, yeah, if you're playing with decay, then the tech still does have an advantage. No, Crimson. I'm definitely grinding all my tech before every stream. That's definitely what's happening. All right. I do like the look of that already. So basically this turns into another walkway, which is quite nice. Got a lot of layers to this build. We definitely also still need to figure out a way up to this layer, however, but we'll figure something out. Probably just pick a place to use an elevator or something as well. Probably would make more sense. There we go. Yeah, that looks quite nice already. I almost think that some of these windows need to go, unfortunately. Just to add a little bit more, breaking up these glass walls a little bit more. Because otherwise there's just very little to it. Then what I might want to do... Oh, if only that would fit between these. But I guess that's not the way these work. Because that would have been quite cool. But I guess it's just gonna have to be like this. Just to break up that shape a little bit and bring a little bit extra texture to this build, because all the glass might be a little bit hard to see the actual structure through. There we go. Yeah, kind of just breaks up that whole shape a little bit more, and that's just that little extra to it. I might even do something similar to that on like these layers, but a little bit bigger. Just to create a little bit more depth to all of this. Let's do it here first. There we go. Yeah, that's quite nice. There we go. We're slowly but surely getting somewhere and forming an actual build here, and I do quite like the way it's turning out so far. It's a little bit hard to fully see, of course, because we didn't make the whole build, just kind of half, but that already brings in some extra shapes, makes the building a little bit more bulky, little flat walls, which really helps a lot. There we go. And we probably want to have a few of these to break up this a little bit color wise with the metal beam. And I think I might even try this skin on those again, bringing that back into action. Ooh, these are quite nice as well. Why are they so narrow on the one side though? Don't like how flat they are on the one side. I mean, it's quite a nice texture, but not completely, I think. I don't know. Maybe. I do like the pillar a lot. So the pillar definitely can stay. Yeah, the inside, we do have the nice curve into it. I feel like that's all right, depending on what we do in the middle, of course. Almost feels like there should be like something like this going on. You know, just to kind of fill in the whole shape to kind of create that extra curve, but I think that might just be a waste of structure. So for now, I'm not gonna do that, but we could do that just to add a bit more shape to it all. I do think we need a little beam here on the outside, or inside, I suppose, to create a little bit more support in here. And I guess we kind of need to do what we did on the outside and have this layer be tech walls. But we probably should continue that shape in here as well. So that means we need those to be roofs. Yeah. And then we bring in these once more. So we also have, yeah, we also make these less flat. Nope, that needs to be normal. There we go. And then, yeah, this is gonna have the metal beam once more, and then of course we'll make this here. Okay, that does look quite nice. I want to start adding in that little bit of greenery. The downside is that for some reason we do not have a quarter ceiling of thatch in normal ARK, which feels like an oversight, but at least we have normal ones. So that's going to be some greenery in between the doors. Some greenery there. Yeah, I guess in my case, I definitely want to turn this into some greenery. So I'm going to paint the thatch, of course, to make it into like fake grass. I do think there's also a custom cosmetic to turn this into grass, but I don't really like the look of it that much. But I guess unofficial, if you really want the green look. And if you still place some plant pots on it, I guess it could work. Yeah, I guess we can't really do that here. But for these, we can definitely do them. So yeah, this is just the first little way to add a little bit of greenery into this first layer. That's not going to have greenery on that layer because that's kind of the more industrial one. Then here on the inside, I suppose what we really want to do here is kind of also already curve this in. So that even on the inside of the building, we have the whole shape continuing. There we go. We can take some of these out. That's looking quite good. So like that. Filling this all in. Yeah, I think that's gonna just break up all these flat walls, you know, make this feel even more curved and round. I like the look of that. Yeah, this is coming together. This is definitely starting to look like something nice. We definitely need to change the platform still, like that needs more shape, but the building on top is definitely starting to come together. That is quite nice. So I suppose that this layer then would get some of the ceilings there as well. Kind of start filling in these layers. There we go. Yeah, we can already fill in quite a bit for this layer to fill in this roof. I don't know if we're actually going to have another layer above this. We could. Official, probably not. We probably also don't need more space. So whatever we do on top is probably more like for a cool design or something. Maybe like a satellite dish, stuff like that. I don't know. I guess we want to have these. There we go. Like that, and then we fill in this part. So we have the whole roof filled in, and it's mostly for the inside. Yeah, this looks quite nice. So yeah, this hallway, if this is going all the way around, is already a pretty decently sized base, right? That's pretty big, the amount of space that you have in there. Then you have the whole water pen, and especially if we also build this room, yeah, it's definitely going to be big enough. I don't exactly know what we're going to do for these. Like, there's the option to do something there. Again, once again, we could make a little walkway out here. I don't know. Like that. I mean, that could work. I almost do think that I need to do that little curved bit underneath just to make it look nicer. Okay, let's turn this into the right skin, because, I mean, that does look quite nice. We have that here on the outside. Let's do it here. Yeah, that's a nice touch for sure. So I guess then we would also want to have tech doors there. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I think what we're gonna do with the roof, or at least I would do it. The problem is, again, these triangles, which you don't really have on official. So either you need to skin with a custom cosmetic to make it look like grass, or you need to maybe, I don't know, wood or something and try to get the green look at least. I don't know why we don't have those in official. It feels like they should be there. We got the other pieces for thatch finally. Right, so I think this is where we start our green layer. You know, we want to have a nice and green roof so we can have a lot of plants. Stuff like that, because I don't think we necessarily need a lot more layers of building. I think the base is going to be big enough like this. So probably we can just fill this in nicely like this. Wait, what did I do? That's not gonna go there. Like so. And that's why we needed to fill in that layer, so that you don't see it from the inside. The grass, that would be a little bit weird, I suppose. There we go. Fill in all these pieces. Like this. Oh. All right, and we switch back to the full ceilings, and I mean, it's just going to be filling in this pattern now until we have a nice thatch roof, which is going to be our grass roof, which should look quite nice in the end. There we go. Did I fill it all in? I think I did. Yep. So back to the triangles. Oh boy. fill in these pieces. Oh, we also need to fill in this. So yeah, we're pretty close to finishing this roof already, which is nice. There we go. Leaving just the final gaps to fill in. Like this. Yeah. Yeah, oh, not overlapping on official is definitely a big issue for builders. Well, I mean, there's very, very creative ways around it, of course. But it does limit you a little bit. But yeah, the thatch quarter ceiling feels like a no-brainer. I don't know why they don't have it. Feels a little bit stupid, especially since they added a bunch of new thatch pieces lately. The roof pieces and stuff. Why not? Why not the quarter ceiling, you know? Why can't thatch have that? Alright, we'll have a nice little border like this. There we go. That's quite nice. And then we'll bring out these like so. And we'll change all these. Yeah, that was what I was saying. There is a grass custom cosmetic, but I don't really like the look too much because it's quite flat. Whereas this texture still has a little bit of depth in it. And if you paint it, it looks quite nice. So, yeah. Okay. If we ignore everything underwater, like the platform that's sticking out, that's not looking too good yet. But the rest of the base, I feel like, is looking quite nice. I think we probably actually also want those pillars in there to kind of add that extra little bit of depth to the place. And then we'll turn them into this. Yeah, that looks quite good. Yeah, quite happy with that. It almost looks like there's no walls, but there's glass walls. So yeah, I'll definitely want to add a few decoration pieces on the roof, like a satellite dish or antennas or something. But for now, let's start coloring it for the proper look so we can see a little bit what it would be like. There we go. Oh yeah, the rugs you could probably also use, yeah. There we go. Yeah, those little green patches, especially as soon as we start adding plants and stuff like that. That's gonna be really nice. There we go. Can paint all of these to be our little grass roof. Thank God for the Scribbles paint gun that doesn't need any paint to work. That's such a lifesaver. There we go. A lot of painting later, but that will just make us look at the place a lot differently when we can finally see it. Yeah, the deadline closes in like 13 hours, but if you already entered your build, I probably have already visited and recorded it. There we go. Oh wait, there's color differences between the ASR and the non-ASR. I guess I just mowed my lawn pretty nicely. You know, I trimmed it real good. It looks quite nice. There we go. Yeah, that changes a lot to the look, for sure. I do like the greenery, and as soon as we start playing with the plants, I mean, normally you would probably use plant pots, but I'm gonna use JVH, of course, just to make my life a little bit simpler. But that is gonna do quite a bit for this design. Okay, well, what I do now need is probably a way up to the next layer. Or actually, no, I would need one from down here, I suppose. I don't know where I would add a staircase. Like, I suppose you could have an elevator like here. And then you could have it on those sides. Right? So there would be a little wall going up like this, and then it would end up... That's actually not too bad. It's actually not too shabby. It's not the best, of course. But... like, what I would like to try... If I have this, can I still snap the elevator to it? I can. Ooh, that might actually be a lifesaver, because this looks a lot nicer than having the full wall, I think. But yeah, I think that's not too bad, because now it like kind of just looks like extra supports, right? So we would have those here as well. Oh yeah, probably I should test the elevators before I build too many. But then I would need some power, and I don't know if I have any power. Okay, well, let's just place it down. But I would have to look up how I spawn element in. Because then I could power this thing. one whole element. There we go. Look at this. Perfect. Okay, well that kind of answers the question. That's definitely gonna be the way we do this build. This is basically just gonna be extra supports and working elevators in multiple spots, which is gonna be quite good, you know? Because we're gonna have a few more once we go all the way around. But yeah, it does look kind of like some extra support beams almost. So I do quite like that. It is weird having an elevator work the first try. It does definitely not always happen. All right, so I guess that means that we will have plenty of ways to get up to our base. We'll have basically at every one of those bigger windows, you'll have a place to get up. That's good. That is very, very, very good. I mean, it's definitely going to be a two-part stream because there's so much still that we need to do. We need to kind of fix the hole in the water bit. We need to make this side, the sides bit look good. Well, I'm going to have to repeat all that, but I'm just going to do that between this stream and the next one probably so that we have everything on the other side that we just designed for this side. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the way this turned out, to be honest. I might still go on and do more on top of this. I don't know. I've not quite decided yet. But for now, I think this really works. Makes for quite a nice base. And some amazing views as well. It's gotta be kind of funny, this having the Greek temple view. But I mean, I build tech on every map, so I have to do it here as well, right? And this is gonna be a really good facility for breeding once I'm done with it. So that's gonna be nice if I ever do want to breed, or yeah, one of my friends wants to breed, I guess. Or my one friend. I don't know. I don't think it is. I mean, the annoying thing with vacuums is that there's always going to be a moment where, yeah, you can't have them stick out of water at all. So that means that there's going to be a layer that has to be water, basically, which can't be a vacuum. So I think the vacuum bit is just going to be a separate little building that you can hide away in during some breeding, you know. It can be your quick escape, and it's probably just going to have a teleporter up to the other one. Yeah, we might have some glass ceilings, but to be fair, we already have also this walkway, so we can still see or tames anyway, because this whole entire circle is going to be where the tames are, right? So pretty much from everywhere, because we have an inside balcony here, and we have the inside walkway here as well, where you'll always see the tames inside, basically. And if I do end up building anything here in the middle, I'm probably going to have a glass ceiling in the middle for sure, so that we can always see down there. I might add another little layer in the middle on the top, to be honest, to add a little bit more height. Maybe. Okay, well, that's quite a good start. So things that we need to, well, that I need to come up with and brainstorm and make for making the next stream that we work on this is gonna be, there's probably gonna be some bits that stick out a little bit from the side, just to add a little bit more shape to the building. And we're probably going to try to make this first layer look a little bit more industrial. That's the goal, at least. Then we're probably gonna do still some layers on top. I kind of want to have some different heights, but maybe we're not gonna make them all the way circular, but create some different height platforms on there just to kind of break up the whole shape. And then what we also need to do is kind of fix this interior, of course, fix the whole pen. But yeah, I think we do have a good idea of what we want. And I actually do think that I want to have a little bit more shape to this, because it's quite a big flat ceiling right now. And I do think that if we were to add this little bump in there, it would actually look a lot better. Oh god. There we go. Yeah, I think that will look a little bit better, even though it wouldn't really serve any purpose. I think it is gonna be the better look if we do it. So we're just gonna connect these like so. Yeah, has to happen. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, so we would have these. Yeah, especially from this side, that looks a lot better already. But even from this here, I think it just makes a lot of sense to have it. There we go. Like that. And then, of course, fill in these just to create shapes. You don't want a lot of flat spots, and we don't have really a limit. But yeah, if you would have a structure limit, this would be probably the first thing to drop. But yeah, that just adds a little bit more shape to this whole build. Yeah, I think that's quite important. I mean, I'm somewhat tempted to have maybe at some places a pillar going down, but that might be just annoying to swim around. And it's futuristic, you know. It's strong materials inside, I suppose. But yeah, this is quite nice. I think I'm quite happy with what we've got so far. So yeah, we got this whole interior bit where you can go into your water pen quite easily, get it out, and then we can go into our base with the elevators. We have some nice windows. We have the whole exterior walkway to enjoy, and then of course we've got the upper layer with already some gardens, and especially once we start adding plants to these, it's going to look quite nice. And then yeah, these bits are going to be quite good. This is going to be the main base, pretty much. And we're going to have that all the way around. And then we also have this walkway so we can check on our tames, check on what's going on. Technically, we can even fly with a flyer inside and into this, I suppose. Don't know when you would need that, but it could happen. I guess it kind of depends on what we do on top, because if there's going to be more, eventually it's not going to be possible to fly out anymore. But for now, it could be. It could be. Depends on how high we go. But yeah, I do think that is quite a nice little build so far. Quite happy with that. I hope you guys like it as well. I do think there's still some improvements and some additions that need to be made to kind of change the shape, but it is starting to look like what I had in mind. Or, well, I didn't really have that much in mind, but it's getting there. It's getting there for sure. And then down here, yeah, we definitely want to add some different supports. What we could do, of course, is make some pipes using these. I actually do have proper steampunk pipes now as well, with the new steampunk deco. But yeah, we could, of course, still have these kind of things to make it look more industrial in certain places. We could definitely do that, although it would be nice if that would have aligned. I guess we could make that here still. You know, we can still have this. That's actually a pretty good addition, to be honest. I think I like that a lot. Yeah, because it adds a nice rounded shape to it, right? And we don't have a lot of them. And then I also have these. This is the new steampunk deco from Aaron Longstaff, which has like these pipes that we could use. And there's some bigger pipes as well. And some huge pipes. And I think, yeah, there's also... You can also make them go this way. This would be so cool for steampunk, but I think we might actually be able to use it down here for details as well. Of course, yeah, you can only have those if you have actual mods. But, I mean, I think these definitely help as well. Making some nice round shapes. Breaking up those walls. That is quite good. I might actually remove these. And see what these look instead. Oh yeah, we finally got some proper pipes. Makes me want to build proper steampunk builds again. Which is probably going to happen at some point, right? Yeah, I think that might actually be quite nice. To just add a little bit more rounded shapes to this. It's raining. Hello there. There we go. Yeah, I think the pipes, they fit the theme, right? We build a round base, so we're gonna have round supports going into these things. There we go. Stack them up into this layer. And there we go. Yeah, that actually does a lot. Because we have some nice round shapes now in there. Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty nice. All right, I do think that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the stream. As I said, there's definitely going to be a part 2 because we still have a lot of work to do. Finishing the actual water pen. Do want to make some more additions to the base, but we got a good base down. And what I'll try to do between streams, or at least between the next build stream, is try to get this copied over to the other side so that we do have the full circle. And then we're going to probably have a few more details and layers of decorations on top as well. And we're going to, of course, make the water pen usable and looking properly good, and maybe even have that little vacuum compartment thing in the water pen here as well. A little base there. But yeah, I definitely think it's gonna make for a nice ocean breathing base, futuristic base. We got a good start going, and in the next stream that will work on this, we'll continue and hopefully finish this design. But yeah, it's definitely off to a good start. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you again in the next video. or in the next stream. For now, goodbye.